left off, which is always good, especially in the Big Ten, which is not easy. So those two guys really caught my eye, just working and continuing to dominate.
Anything specific that you worked on this year?
The main thing I've been working on is trying to be a better vocal leader. I feel like that's something small that goes a long way. And there's a lot of behind the scenes things that a lot of people may not see. But if you have that guy that's vocal, and me being the most experienced, a lot of guys are waiting to see what I have to say. So that's something that I've been working on a lot this offseason.
How big of a challenge has this offseason been just for your group? Obviously, losing a couple guys, bringing in all these newcomers. How challenging has that been for you personally?
It's always challenging when you have new guys in. You got to get them caught up. But I wouldn't say it's been too bad because everybody's been coming willing to learn. Nobody came in thinking they were better or they already knew everything. Everybody came in willing to learn the system, willing to put in time with other people. So I wouldn't say it's been too much of a challenge, but it's definitely always a challenge. Of course, when you have four new guys who are going to be starting up front, just trying to gel with one another, just trying to figure out what one person going to be doing without even having to say it. So. That's the challenging part, just trying to bring everyone together.
Last time we saw you in the spring, what's that transition been like for you? Or something
I wouldn't really say it's a big difference because I came in playing left tackle, and then I moved to right with the older group. So, it's definitely been fun to get reps at left tackle too. It's a challenge when I've been at right tackle for 2 years. So just going back and getting used to, getting those movements down. But overall, I would say it's pretty easy. Like, once I get a couple of reps at it, it's been good. I would say it's about the same. Yeah, if I have to plug in that right, I feel comfortable there. If I have to plug in that left, I'll be comfortable there.
In your opinion, what makes a good
O-line? That communication piece. The part where we can know what one another's doing without even having to talk. But then adding the verbal communication on top of that, I feel like that's what makes a very good O-line group.
Obviously, you've been in the program, and they say offensive line takes a while for them to kind of develop. But then you look at guys coming in like Aidze, Bullock, and Purcell. They've got college experience, but they're making pretty big jump as far as level of play.
Right.
Do you think that makes that transition kind of tougher for those guys?
I feel like it always does. Because like I was saying, the Big Ten is definitely not easy. So making those jumps is always. I feel like it's always going to be tough, but I've seen those guys come in and dominate in practice. So I feel like they're getting used to it. So I don't feel like it's too bad for them, but it's always different. It's always difficult making a jump from there to especially the Big Ten.
And with you obviously being kind of the returning starter, and I guess the elder statesman at this point.
Right.
How often do those guys come to you, looking for advice or any help with little things on the field or things like that?
Right. Often. They're new, so they may not know this certain technique or this certain play call, So I try to just pour into them everything I know. When they come to me, or even before they even need it, like, hey, this is what this means. So they always come to me, and I'm always willing to give them the information that I learned and things that help me be successful over the years.
You hear a lot. It seems like everyone asks what's it like playing with and everyone wants to play the line of scrimmage.
Right.
What is it totally like going to the
We always hear everything start up front. And in the Big Ten, that's really no joke. Like, games can be won or lost over something that happens in the trenches. So, definitely trying to make sure that we're sharp. We know what's going on, and we're ready to compete with anybody who lines up in front of us. Because it's no joke when they say it's won in the trenches. It really is, especially. In the Big Ten, it gets cold in the winter, so you gotta be able to run that ball when you need to. So that's definitely no joke.
This is off-season been here. We hear a lot about it.
would say really over anything, it builds that discipline and mental toughness, which is really important. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to, the off-season training program is meant to make you better, make you stronger, faster. But can you, when it's day 12, can you lock in and do it the same way you did it on day one? So it builds that mental toughness, the discipline, because you have to be disciplined to play football, especially up front in the trenches. So I feel like the off-season program, it gets you ready for not only the physical aspect but the mental aspect.
Coach Loxley's been talking about now competing for championships.
Right.
How have you seen the program grow? In your time here, obviously you've been here for 5 years.
I've seen continued and steady growth. My first year, the COVID year, we won 2 games. Then the next year we won, 6 or 7? Went to a bowl game. 7 won a bowl game. Last year we won 8. So it's steady improvement. So if we just keep building on what we've been doing, I know Coach Locks always talks about how the bowl game, the first game of the next season. So just building on that and trying to keep that steady improvement. I feel like you never want to rush into talking about championships. So I feel like he's seen the growth. We know that he's seen it. He's ready now. We're ready. So if we're going to talk about that, you have to put in the work as well. So that's something that we've been emphasizing.
I have one last question. Taking back to April, whatever the draft is. When you see 2 guys that you started with get drafted, you got another teammate that's on an NFL roster. What's kind of going through your head, and how does that help your confidence going into this year?
That's huge. Cause I've seen the way those guys work every day. Even when they come back after the draft, they're here working. So just trying to take those things from them. It lets you know that scouts are here. They're watching. They're going to be watching. So just seeing those guys get drafted, seeing them, the work they put in, just trying to copy what they did. Then go out and dominate. It all will come together like it did for them. So.